Hi, I'm Gayathri Menon. I'm a professional makeup artist and stylist here in Singapore. You can find all my work on gayathrimenon.com. I'm here today to talk about hair in teens and preteens and the best possible ways to get rid of it, pros and cons about it. Hair growth in teens and preteens is a very natural phenomenon that comes along with puberty. But it could be a big bother for some of the kids in school. They could be teased about it, they could be made fun about it, it could be bothering them. They might feel different with it. It's always a good idea to talk to them about this issue and see what they feel about it first. There are a lot of plus points, but there are a lot of negative points as well. One could be health problems related to hair removal. There are so many products in the market that are available. It can be easily bought, but most of the creams have to be tested first on skin to see whether the skin reacts, there's any inflammation or sensitivity. If there is any reaction, that could lead to more infection. So always advisable to be there with your teen to check first what happens. The most easiest methods that I would think for teens and preteens would be shaving or using hair removal creams. Shaving is one of the most inexpensive and easiest methods. They can master it themselves quite easily. It lasts about 1 to 3 days, unfortunately not very long. They can do themselves. But it has to be done when they have enough time and they're not in a hurry so that they don't cut themselves and nick themselves with the sharp blades. Ideally done after a moist shower so that their skin is moist and it doesn't hurt them too much. They need to stretch the skin and hold it taut where the skin is loose so that it's easy to access areas. Change the blades often, or if they're disposable razors, make sure they're disposed on time. Also use the razor in the direction of the hair growth. So you start from the bottom of the leg if they're doing the leg and move upwards. Would also help if they're using some kind of gel or soap to soften and smoothen the skin surface while they're shaving. Ideally, an electric shaver is the best option because there's no possibility of them nicking or cutting themselves with that. Easy for them to look and do it themselves. So if they're using a razor, always advisable for them to stand in front of a mirror while you're there the first couple of times so that you can teach them and show them how to go about it looking at the mirror rather than looking down at themselves. That makes it a little bit easier. Another easy way is using the creams. Plenty of creams available in the market. They're quite inexpensive and it's good for arms, legs, underarms and other sensitive areas, mainly the larger areas. Easy for them to use again by themselves. The chemical in the cream reacts with the hair structure and disintegrates it, and that's how it gets cut on the surface of the skin. Non-painful at all. The con is the smell most of the creams will impart. Might not be most suited to their nose. Could be allergic reactions to the cream for some of the girls, so always advisable to do a small patch test first and only follow instructions and leave it on for the stipulated amount of time as mentioned on the instructions and not longer because that could affect the skin. These are the most non-painful methods for preteens and teens with hair, especially when they're starting off on larger areas as arms, legs, underarms, and maybe even private parts. The other option as they get a little bit older will definitely be waxing, but not at a preteen and early teen stage. Waxing is one of the best ways to remove hair for a long period of time. It lasts about 3 to 6 weeks and it removes the hair from the root. So that way it helps stay cleaner longer. Also helps keep the skin looking younger because it takes off all the dead skin. So the regrowth is much lighter. Again, easier to go by do-it-yourself kits from Guardian and Watson, and you can show them how it needs to be done the first couple of times. If they find it too painful, then yes, go back either to shaving or using the creams. Ideally, try to advise them not to use a razor underarms because it can tend to leave black spots and darken the underarms. So hair removal cream underarms would be better, and a razor on all the other larger parts. There is a big chance of ingrown hair developing with the usage of razors. So here what happens is the hair end does not come out of the skin and starts growing back into the skin, and this could irritate the skin and not let the hair come out. So ideally do it when the skin is moist, and that helps remove ingrowth of hair as well. Some other methods that are not advisable for teens right now will be the laser hair removal and electrolysis method. Advisable for adults as of now, definitely not on young skin. Also, sit down with your girl child and talk to them regarding this issue. If they feel hair removal, the hair that they have seems to be an issue for them, ask them what method they would prefer and walk them through it. If it does not seem to be an issue for them, leave it right now, don't bother them. When they feel that the hair needs to be removed, they will get back to you. Any more questions, do write into me, gayathrimenon.com. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Bye-bye.